طيب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه تسليما كثيرا. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد فاجمل ما أغلق وخاتم لما سبق ناس الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر مقداره العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm trying to fix the camera here. See if this is the right position. طيب كيف حالكم? This is the first installment of the videos that we're going to start doing on the courses of the text of the Akhdari. Okay? So this is the first night that we're doing these courses. As you can see, I'm having my messages. Okay. The first night that we're doing the courses of this for this text, and everyone should have gotten the PDF at least. The PDF, it was posted on the website, on the WhatsApp group, I believe. Okay, Masaa'il. This is the sharh of the Akhdari. All right. Now this course is not mandatory. It is a supplementary course that we're doing to supplement our studies with the other book, Fiqh Maliki wa Adillatuhu. This particular book will be a tremendous benefit for the beginning students who are new to studying fiqh, especially in the Maliki school. So I know that this video, I have this thing on sits up high, but anyhow, this course will take place every Thursday, for just one time a week, every Thursday. We'll do it at this time, inshallah, about 11 o'clock. And if you don't have the text, then you can, I believe it was posted on the WhatsApp group. So go there and you can download it on your computer or your phone or what have you. All right. Now this particular text, talking about the Matn of the Akhdari, is extremely important because it is actually the first text that is studied traditionally in the madhab of Imam Malik. So it's studied all over West Africa, all over North and West Africa, in the Muslim world, Egypt, and it only pertains to Tahara and Salah. All right, there's the first section in here on Aqidah that the commentary covers, but essentially this book, the Matn itself covers purification and prayer only. All right, so it's a book that is, it doesn't have everything in it, but it's the foundational text. And from this text, you study, first is Akhdari, then is Ibn Ashar, then people usually move on to the Risala of Ibn Abi Zayd or Siraj al-Salik or there's other mutun, other texts, but this is the first one. All right? So I want to, we only have an hour. This class will be an hour, just like the other classes. So I want to cover the introduction to the book because he gives the author gives his reason for writing the book. And the author of the book is Al-Hajj Sha'd ibn Umar ibn Sa'id al-Jalayaturi al-Futi. He is a scholar from West Africa, from Mali. All right, al-Futi. All right. Now, so on page 3 in the Muqaddimah, the introduction. All right. He says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi alladhi anzala ala abdihi wa rasulihi kitabihi al-haqim. وَبَيَّنَ فِيهِ أَحْكَامِ دِينِهِ قَوِيمٍ. That he says, all praise be to Allah, the one who sent down on his servant and his messenger the book, the wise book, meaning the Quran. وَبَيَّنَ فِيهِ أَحْكَامِ دِينِهِ قَوِيمٍ. And that he clarified the legal rulings of his deen, of his religion. وَأَرْشَدَ بِهِ نَاسِ إِلَى صِرَاطِ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ or صِرَاطِهِ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ. And he guided people by him to the straight path. Okay? Meaning he guided by the Prophet ﷺ, he guided people to the straight path. وَالصَّلَاةُ وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَى سَيِّدِنَا أَنْبِيَائِهِ وَمُرْسَلِينَ. And praise and peace be upon his master, upon our master, upon the master of the prophets and the messengers. Alright? And he said, Imam Asfiyaihi wal Muttaqin. And he is the Imam of the righteous, of the pure, righteous people with taqwa. Right? Muhammadin ladhi fassala ma ujmila fil Quran bi ahadithihi sharifa. Alright? On Muhammad, who is the one who divided the compilation of what is in the Quran and the honorable hadith. All right. وشرح ما استصعب منه بتعليمه ودلائله حقيمة وأعلن أن العلماء ورثة أنبياء في التبليغ والتوضيح. That and also he explained, the one who explained what is difficult issues from it, meaning the Quran and the Hadith, and he explained the difficult matters from it, from his teaching, and the proofs of which, and the wise proofs, okay, that were declared. وَأَعْلَنَا أَنَ الْعُلَمَاء وَرَثَةُ أَنْبِيَاء. And he's the one who declared that the ulama are the heirs of the prophets, that they're the heirs of the prophets, that the ulama only inherit the knowledge of what the Prophet ﷺ was brought with, this is what they inherit from the prophets. في تبليغه وتوضيحه ما جاءوا به من الصراط المبين. Okay, in the culmination of the message being delivered, okay, and its clarification, okay, and what وما جاءوا به from what they came with from the clear path. من الصراط المبين وصررها بأن من يرد الله به خيرا يفقهه في الدين. Okay, and the explanation of which is that the one who Allah wants good for, He gives him understanding in his religion. وأن أفضل العبادة الفقه, and that the most superior form of worship, the most virtuous form of worship is fiqh. وأفضل الدين الورع, and that the most virtuous aspect of religion is wara, is having a high level of taqwa, scrupulousness. وعلى آله وصحبه الذين دحوا بالنفوس والجاه والأموال والأهالي والديار في سبيل بناء الإسلام. And this is going back to the peace, prayers and peace of salam on his family, on the family of the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam, and his companions, wasahbihi, وَصَحْبِهِ الَّذِينَ, and those companions who sacrifice with themselves, with their lives. They sacrifice their lives. They sacrifice their honor. They sacrifice their status, their wealth, their money. They sacrifice their families. They sacrifice their homes, their residences in the path of Allah for the children of Islam, which means, in other words, for all the Muslims to come after them. This was the sacrifice of the Sahaba, radiyallahu ta'ala anhum. وحملوا أحكامه وشرائعه بأقوال وأفعال والجهاد إلى سائر الأنحاء والأنام. And they're the ones who carry the legal rulings, okay, and the law they're the ones who carry the ahkam and the sharia with their tongues and their actions, okay, and fighting in jihad, struggling in jihad against all of the rest of the creation. Okay? They're the ones who, in other words, they're the ones who carry this deen, this sharia, to the rest of the people. And they struggle to disseminate the religion to the rest of the world. وَمَنْ نَهَجَ مَنْهَجَهُمْ من العلماء والفقهاء إلى يوم القيامة الناس لرب العلام. Okay? And those who laid out the methodology, okay? The methodology of the ulama and the fuqaha, okay? To إلى يوم القيامة الناس, and to the day of the standing of people, meaning the day of the last day, the day of judgment. Okay? To Rabbil Alam, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Amma ba'd, and what comes after this? Alright? So he says, fa'alam, and know, أرشدني الله وإياك إلى ما فيه سعادتنا في الدارين. Know that Allah has guided me and guided you to what we need to be happy, to be felicitous in the two abodes, the two worlds, meaning the dunya and then the akhirah. All right? So this is a call to this particular book, that Allah has guided him and Allah has guided us to be joyful and to be happy, okay, in the two abodes, meaning the dunya and the akhirah. وما به نجاتنا وراحتنا في الحياتين إنه قد ظهر في بلادنا شرذمة متشدقة. Allah. He says, وما به نجاتنا وراحتنا في الحياتين. He says, and what will bring about our success and bring about our rest, our peace, will bring about peace to our souls. وراحتنا, in the two lives, the life in this world and the life in the next. إنه, okay, verily there has come, قد ظهر في بلادنا, there has come in our land, شرذمة متشدقة, a boisterous group of people, okay, a boisterous group of people, okay, talking real loud, saying a lot of things that may not necessarily be appropriate. أقال أثراتنا وأثراتهم رب البرية وقعوا في أعراض العلماء أئمة الإسلام المتقين البررة. Okay? So he says that that they, in other words, he's saying that these people have come as an opposition, okay, as an opposition to the ulama and the imams of Islam, the righteous imams of Islam, لأجل ما ألفوا من الكتب في مسائل والفروع فقهية مقررة تبيانا لما جاء في الكتاب والسنة مطهرة. He says that they've come as an opposition to the imams of Islam and the ulama for the purposes of to refute their books and the issues, their fiqh issues that they write in their books, that author in their books, okay, that have been established. تبيانا لما جاء في الكتاب والسنة مطهرة وما أجمع عليه صحابة وتابعوهم كادت الأمة الإسلامية المتطهرة, in which that was carried, talking about the rulings that the issue that the ulama wrote in the books that was established and clarified, that came in the books and the sunnah, in the book and the sunnah, the pure sunnah, okay, and what was collected from the Sahaba and the Tabi'een and the Atba' Tabi'een, okay, the leaders who were the leaders of the Muslim Ummah. وحملوا عليهم جميع الآيات التي أنزلها الله تعالى في أهل الكتاب من النصارى والأمة اليهودية. And they carried with them, they disseminated with them a collection of verses which was sent down from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the books of the Christians and the Jews. مثل قوله تعالى, he says, he quotes a surah in Surah Al-Ma'idah, يا أهل الكتاب لا تغلوا في دينكم غير الحق ولا تتبعوا أهواء قوم قد ضلوا من قبل وأضلوا كثيرا. He said, O people of the book, Ya Ahl al-Kitab, don't go too extreme in your religion, okay, other than what is the truth. وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا أَهْوَاءَ قَوْمٍ, and don't follow the lower desires of people. قَدْ ضَلُّوا مِنْ قَبْلُ وَأَضَلُّوا كَثِيرًا. And this is what people who come before you have gone astray with, and what many of you will go astray with. And he says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Imran, يا أهل الكتاب لما تصدون عن سبيل الله من آمن تبغونها عوجا وأنتم شهداء وما الله بغافل عما تعملون. O people of the book, do not block the path of Allah, the pathways of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, okay, who believe تبغونها عوجا وأنتم شهداء وما الله بغافل عما تعملون. Don't block the pathways of Allah for those who believe, okay, and تبغونها عوجا وأنتم don't block the pathways what people believe and what people believe about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and on the pathways of Allah. تبغونها عوجا. Okay, I don't have my translation of Quran with me. I don't want to translate Quran incorrectly. Okay, but we can look up the ayah on the exact translation. Okay, but he's telling the Christians the people of the book, Christians and the Jews, don't block the pathway of Allah for those who believe and to be crooked. And Allah is a witness over what they do. Allah is not as you وَأَنْتُمْ شُهَدَاءُ, and you are the witnesses. In other words, that you block the pathway of what people do, and you are witnesses to the truth. Okay, and Allah is not unaware of what you do. And He says also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Ahl al-Kitab, لما تكفرون بآيات الله والله شهيد على ما تعملون. He says, O people of the book, why do you disbelieve in the ayat of Allah? And Allah is والله شهيد على ما تعملون. Allah is a witness over what you do. So He's talking about Allah's address to the people of the book. Okay? And He says in these last few paragraphs, all right, زاعمين بعملهم هذا أن الله يريد بأهل الكتاب أئمة الكتب فقهية فلذا فسقوا وبدعوا وكفروا كل من يشتغل في تعلم أو تعليم تلك الكتب الدينية. So he says that they claim, okay, they claim by their actions that Allah wants the people of the book. Allah means by the people of the book. He means that what he's saying is that this group of people who come into the lands of the Muslims and to oppose the imams of Islam, the fuqaha and their books, that they're claiming that when Allah is addressing the people of the book, what Allah intends to say, what Allah means by this, is the actions of the people of these Muslim imams. Okay? He says, وَهَذَا أَنَّ اللَّهَ يُرِيدُ بِأَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ أَئِمَّةَ الْكُتُبِ فِقْهِيَّةِ. Alright, so this is a slander that this group of people are making against the Muslim imams, who the ulama, the fuqaha, who have written the books that we follow. Okay? فَلِذَا فَاسْتَقُوا. And by this, فَاسْتَقُوا وَبَدَّعُوا وَكَفَّرُوا, that they declare these people fusaq, wrongdoers, criminals, وَبَدَّعُوا, innovators, and كَفَّرُوا, and disbelievers. Okay? كُلُّ مَا يَشْتَغِلُوا مِنْ تَعَلُّمِ أَوْ تَعْلِيمِ تِلْكَ كُتُبِ دِينِيَّةٍ. All of what they claim in their books and their religious books, that these people have claimed these people to be astray, wrongdoers, people to be innovators. They claim them to be disbelievers in Allah and Allah. All right? وَفِي بَعْضِ الْمُدُنِ تَرَهُوهَا فِي تُرَكَاتِ وَالشَّرَائِ. That in some cities they've thrown out their books into the streets, okay, into the pathways. وَهُفِرَ وَأَضْرَمُوا فِي الْبَعْضِ النِّيرَانِ مُتَجَجِّجَةً. That they've even gone to the point where they've ambushed they've ambushed the libraries, and they've sought to burn and set fire to their books, and to the blazing fires. They burned the books in some cities, some places. مُعْلِنِينَ بِأَنَّهَا تُخَالِفُ الْمِلَّةَ الْمُحَمَّدِيَّةَ وَتُشْبِهُ. They did this by claiming that these books and these fuqaha, these ulama, differ or oppose the sunnah, the millat Muhammadiyah, oppose the ummah or the millah that the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, okay, and like it. All right? الأصنام المدللة حتى نرى اليوم البعض الطلبة لأجل أقاويلهم سخيفة. Okay? that أصنام مضللة حتى نرى يوم. He's saying that these people have gone to the point where they've gone astray. Even that we see them today they're still saying this foolish talk. They're still claiming these foolish things. All right? ينفرون ويحجرون الكتب التي منها تعلموهم وشذمة متشدقة الصلاة والصيام والزكاة والحج وسائر الفروض الأعيان والمعاملات. Okay? He's saying that that they've kept their distance, or they kept away from, and they made a migration away from the books which these ulama have written. Okay? And of this, and claim that they were this boisterous group of this party that's gone astray. As-salatu was-siyam. He said the prayer, the zakat, the fasting, the hajj, and the rest of the individual obligations and the social interactions. Okay, he's talking about the ulama that have written these books of these particular madahib, that these people have not, they oppose the Sharia. These people they differ from the Sunnah of the Prophet. That these books, they've even burned the books in the cities, or thrown them out of the libraries, and they've completely rejected them, claiming that these people and these ulama, these authors of these books, were innovators and disbelievers. And for example, he says, "Mithlu Akhdari," like the books like the Akhdari, or the Muqaddimat al-Izziyati, or the Muqaddimah Izziyah, which is another book of fiqh in the Maliki school, وَالرِّسَالَةِ الْكَرَوَانِيَّةِ وَغَيْرَهَا, or the Risala of Ibn Abi Zayd al-Karawani, وغيرها, and other books من كتب فقهائية كتب فقهية وأساءوا الظن بمؤلفيها وفندوا جامعيها. That and other books like this, like these books from the books of the fuqaha, okay, and they held such a bad opinion, okay, by such a bad opinion of these books, and they refuted these books altogether, all of them. These people refute all of these books. All right? So now he goes and he says something about himself and what his reasons for authoring this particular text. He says, فَأَزَمَنَا, and with our resolve, with our determination, بعد تردد وإحجام وتكهكر وإقدام, after being reluctant and being hesitant, okay, and going back and forth, okay, going back and forth about his decision, لما فينا من ضعف وقصور, because he deemed himself weak and incapable, okay, or deficient, وأجز وفتور, and incapable, okay, or lacking in some sort of way. أن تجمع شرحا وجيزا لمختصر الأخضري للشيخ عبد الرحمن الأخضري أجزل الجواد العلي ثوابه. Okay, in other words, what he's saying is that he deemed himself insufficient or incapable because of his own weakness. He's being humble. Okay, he's being humble. He deemed himself incapable of compiling a commentary of a good analytical commentary of the text of the Mukhtasar of the Akhdari by Sheikh Abdul Rahman al-Akhdari, okay, who may Allah benefit us from his goodness and his high standing, okay, and may Allah give him a great reward. So he's being humble in terms of writing, saying that I'm not really worthy of writing a commentary on. I'm not really worthy of writing a commentary on this book. This such a noble book from such a noble scholar, that is Sidi Abdul Rahman al-Akhdari, who was a great scholar, by the way. You'll find that his books, this particular book, it has such barakah, okay, and qabul, acceptance by the ummah, acceptance by the vast majority of people of this tradition. Okay, this book has been studied all over West Africa, all over North Africa, all over other places where the Malikis existed or continue to exist. Excuse me. Okay, so he's being humble. So he says, بِعَدَدٍ قَلِيلٍ مِنْ دَلَائِلِ وَفُرُوعِ وَمَسَائِلَ نَقْلًا عَمَّا قَالُهُ وَكُتُبَهُ فِي مِثْلِهَا عُلَمَاءُ الْأَوْفِيَاءُ. He says, and so with a number of small points from the proofs and the branches, okay, and the issues that have been transferred down or passed on, amma qalahu wa kutubahu fi mithliha ulama'u awfiya, okay, by what has been given to us by the proofs and some of the issues from the books of the trustworthy ulama. All right. وما قرره في نظائرها المحدثون والفقهاء الأمناء. That and what has been established, okay, in the observation of the people of hadith, the muhaddithun, and the people of fiqh, and the fuqaha, umana'u, all of them trustworthy. Okay, so in other words, not a literal translation, but in other words, he's saying that this book has, a small amount of proof, proofs from the issues that have been given to us from the books of the earlier scholars, okay, and from the muhaddithun, the people of hadith and the fuqaha, okay. وَنُبَيِّنَ بِهِ أَنَّ الْكُتُبَ فُقْهِيَّةَ لَيْسَتْ إِلَّا شُرُوحًا وتفاسير لأحكام الكتاب والسنة وإجماع العلماء. Okay, and so we are clarifying to you, we're clarifying by it, okay, that indeed the books of the fuqaha, okay, are not except that they're explained in the ahkam of the Quran and the Sunnah and the consensus of the ulama. Meaning that what is contained in the books like the Akhdari, okay, Ibn Ashir, the Risala, okay, whatever is the traditional books, Mukhtasar Khalil, are all explained, have been authenticated by the book, by the Quran, and by the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, and by the Ijma' of the ulama. Okay? In other words, there's nothing in these books that oppose what we find in these proofs. Asallahu an yarji'a bihi itma'inana illa nufus muta'allimina biwasili وبعث به سكينة والثبات إلى قلوب معلمين أفاضل. He says, so he hopes that he hopes that يَرْجُو بِهِ إِطْمَئِنَ إِلَى نُفُوسِ الْمُتَعَلِّمِينَ. He said, so he hopes that people, that Allah restores tranquility in the hearts of the people. That these books are not the type of books that will lead people astray, away from the path of Allah. Okay? And that these books are made these people are these brave students. This is who we are. We are the brave students, the teachers, that we have security in ourselves. We can rest in our souls knowing that these books are established, okay, by the scholars, by the righteous scholars, okay, and they won't lead us astray. وَيَذُودَ بِهِ مُؤْذِنِينَ وَاقِعِينَ فِي أَعْرَاضِ الْفُقَهَاءِ أَبْرِيَاءِ كَمَلَةِ وَيُسْكِتَ بِهِ شِكْشَقَةَ مُتَكَهِّمِينَ جَهْلَةِ إِرَاحَةً لِقُلُوبِ مُخْلِصِينَ خِيَرَ عفوا. Okay, Allah. And that these books, talking about the books now, are defended, okay, and that they're authenticated, okay, by what has transpired, okay, and the opposition of the fuqaha, the righteous fuqaha, okay, and it silences this rambling talk of these groups, okay, and these people who will rush to danger, the people who will, they rush to these claims, these falseless claims, or these baseless claims about the scholars, okay? These ignorant people, mutakahimina, jahalati, irahatan liqulubi mukhlisin khayra. That these type of books, these type of people who talk a lot, and they make these baseless claims, okay, these dangerous claims about these ulama, these ignorant claims that it finds rest in the hearts of the sincere people, the good sincere people. Okay, so that's my little rough translation on the fly here. Okay, so he says in the last paragraph, وَسَمَيْتُهُ, and I've called it حال المسائل في شرح المختصر الأخضري بالدلائل. Okay, so this is the station of the issues of and the commentary of the Mukhtasar of the Akhdari with proofs. Okay, راجيا من المولى راجيا من المولى جل شأنه وعز سلطانه أن يجعل الانتفاع به وأمثاله انتفاع العميمة، ويجعل سعي جامعه ضعيف سعيا مشكورا خالصا لوجهه تعالى الكريم، إنه ولي التوفيق والهادي بمنه إلى سواء الطريق. Okay, so he says a handful. He says that his hope from Allah, Mawla Jalla Sha'nuhu, from the affairs of Allah, and his sultanuhu, his reign, okay, that he make this book beneficial, okay. He make a benefit by it, people benefit by it and like it, okay, to benefit the general people, okay, and to make all of their weaknesses, okay, to make them have gratitude, sincere gratitude, liwajhi ta'ala, for the faith toward the face of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Kareem, the noble face of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Verily, innahu waliyu tawfiq. Verily, he is the overseer or the guardian of success, wal hadi, and his guidance, and his wahadi biminhu, and guidance from him to his path, ila sawa'i tariq, ila sawa'i tariq. Al-abdu fakhiru ila Allah al-ghani, al-haju Sa'du ibn Umar ibn Sa'idi, Jaliya Turi, Al-Futi, Mudir Madrasati Islamiyati, Sabil al-Falah b'Madinati Sifu, Jamhuriyat al-Mali. Okay, so this is his name, and this is he was the at the university and the city of Sifu and the Republic of Mali. All right, so that's the introduction of my weak translation on the fly. All right, so we have a little 20 minutes left. Okay, so inshallah, maybe I made some mistakes in my translation. I don't know. I have to go over it again. But what I'm going to do is also I talked to one of the students. I'm going to translate this as we go, and I'm going to give it to one of our brothers. He's very well. He has a specialist in his. He can edit English very well. Okay, he studied English grammar and everything in college, so he's going to edit it for me. So I'm going to give him my translation, and he'll edit it for me, and we'll get it out to you week by week, or we'll do it probably. Maybe after a couple of weeks or a few weeks, we give you one half of what we do, and then we'll do it as we go along. In any case, at the end of the completion of this book, you have a full translation of the entire, inshallah, a full translation of the whole commentary. Okay, inshallah. So the first page 6, we don't have a lot of time left, but the first line, he says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Qala Shaykh Rahimahullah Ta'ala, Ba'da Basmalati wa Salati wa Salami, Ala Nabi Rahmati wa Alihi wa Sahbihi Barara. He says, the Shaykh, may Allah have mercy on him, after the Basmala and prayers on the Prophet, Sallallahu Ta'ala alayhi wa sallama, Ala Nabi Rahmati wa Alihi, and on his family and his companions, his righteous companions. The first line of the Akhdari is Awwalu ma yajibu ala mukallafi tasihu imanihi. That the first obligation upon every mukallaf is to have a sound iman. Now, this is the first line. Though this is essentially what he explained, what this means in the next few pages. And this is the Aqidah of the Muslims, that the first obligation for every mukallaf, and the mukallaf, he defines it here, the mukallaf is the one who is responsible. In other words, the one who has a sound intellect, the one who is above the age of puberty, the one who is a Muslim, okay? These are the mukallafin. All right, so though if a person does not have, he has a brain defect or a brain disorder somehow, he's not mukallaf. Children below the age of puberty are not mukallaf. And of course, non-Muslims or kuffar are not mukallafin. Okay, they're not responsible individuals. So all these people in this category don't count. Okay, so he says the first obligation on the mukallaf is to have a sound iman. In other words, to have a sound aqidah. All right. Now, a disclaimer: this aqidah that is in this book, as in all the books of the Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, there's only one aqidah. Haqiqatan, in reality, there's only one aqidah in Islam. There's no two aqidahs. There's only one. Okay. The aqidah that has been formulated or codified that we have in our tradition has been by two people. The first is Abu Hassan al-Ash'ari. Okay? The second is Abu Mansur Maturidi. They were the two people who codified what is the Aqidah of the Muslim, and they took it from the books of the scholars that came before them. Okay? They took it from the Quran, of the Sunnah, and all the books of the scholars that came before them. Now, the reason why you have a difference, and they only differ in about 6 minor points. But Abu Hassan Ash'ari was more famous because he was in different places. But he took his books mainly from the books of the Maliki schools and the Shafi'i schools. And so you find all of the Maliki scholars and the Shafi'i scholars, okay, an overwhelming number of them, okay, up to a certain point, up until recent times, all of them have been Ash'ari. They've all been Ash'ari since the time of Abu Hassan Ash'ari. All the Hanafi scholars, because Abu Mansur Maturidi he codified his Aqidah from the books of Abu Hanifa. Abu Hanifa wrote a lot of books about Aqidah. So all the Hanafi scholars, therefore, by default, are Maturidi. And really there's no difference between the two. Okay? There's a few minor points, but it's not anything significant. They're both the same and they both have equal status. And this is the Aqidah of the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Okay, so in this book, this is actually Aqidah. If you want to give it a name. This is the book, this Aqidah pertains to that of Abu Hassan al-Ash'ari, rahimahullah. Okay? And so he explains what a mukallaf is. Okay? He says that a mukallaf huwa baligul aqilul ladhi balagtuhu da'watu din al-islami. Okay, so he's the one who, the balig, the one who's mature, who has the aqil, the one who's sane, who has, where the message of Islam, he's been given da'wah. The message of Islam has reached him. Alright? He has accepted the message of Islam, in other words. Okay? Okay, Iman. What is Iman? Iman huwa tasdiqu bima ja'ana bihi nabiyyuna Muhammadun sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallama min indallahi ta'ala. What is faith? Faith is huwa tasdiqu bima ja'ana bihi nabiyyuna Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It is to believe truthfully, honestly, sincerely in what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam came with, okay, from what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had revealed to him. That is what Iman is. Okay? And Iman has qawaid. There are 6 qawaid, okay, of Iman. Okay? 6 qawaid of Iman. And he names them here. The first is Al-Imanu Billahi Ta'ala. Having faith and belief in Allah, the Most High. The second, وَبِمَلَائِكَتِهِ الْكِرَامِ. Believing in His noble angels. Okay? And the noble angels. وَبِكُتُبِهِ. Number 3, وَبِكُتُبِهِ الْمُقَدَّسَةِ. And to believe in His holy books. Alright? To believe in His holy books. Number 4, وَرُسُلِهِ مَعْصُومِينَ. And to believe in His infallible messengers. All of them. From Adam, alayhi salam, who was the first, to the last. Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. The number 5, وَالْيَوْمَ الْآخِرِ, the last day, belief in the last day, the Yawm al-Qiyamah. And number 6, وَبِالْقَدَرِ خَيْرِهِ وَشَرِّهِ. And believe in the divine decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the good of it as well as the bad of it. Now, he's going to go into a nice little explanation of each of these qawaid. Okay, what each of these mean. And he's going to give their proofs for them. All right, and so this is how he organized his book. All right, this book is very well organized and it's very clear, very explanatory, but it's very clear and simple to understand for those of us who can read Arabic. Okay, so those of us who are still at the beginning stages of learning Arabic and really learning how to read and understand Arabic. If you're those, you're taking, of course, everybody taking the Nahu class and Ajurumiyya and the Sa'adatul Talab. What you do is how you study. Let me give you a pointer. Everything you study, you take as a linguistic exercise. All right, so what we've done so far, in other words, what we've done so far in the Ajurumiyya, for example, okay, learning about the i'rab, the signs of the i'rab, okay, the places of the rafa, the places of the nasab, okay, where they take place, recognizing ism mufrad, recognizing jama taksir, jama mudhakar salim, okay, recognizing the broken feminine plural, jama mu'annath taksir, all of these different things that we've been learning, okay. My mind is clouded right now. I can't think of everything, but all things that we've been doing, that when you go and study, you look for them, and as you're reading, you're struggling, you're reading, but you're recognizing what you're looking at by what we've already studied. Okay? And you ask yourself, why is it a fatha? Why is this a dhamma? Why is it a kasra? Based on what we've already covered. Okay? The struggle that you're going to experience, okay, is going to, in the end, is going to pay off. All right? So, as a supplementary class, whatever we cover week by week, by the following week, you review once, twice, 3 times, however many times it takes, so that you understand every word, you understand every sentence what you're looking at, all right, and you analyze that sentence based on what you've learned from Nahu, okay, from the Nahu class. And this is how I want you to go about your studies. All right. I know people are busy. You have work, you have families, but you must take at least an hour and a half a day to 2 hours. You have to sacrifice some time somewhere along the way, every day, a couple of hours, to where you can sit and you can study and read and get more and more familiar and comfortable with the Arabic language. All right. So I don't want to go much further into, he goes and now he explains, the belief in Allah, because belief in Allah, we have to cover the attributes of Allah, which will take some time, the more that we don't have in the rest of the class. We got about 5 minutes left. So it'll take longer than 5 minutes to explain the attributes, okay? Because I don't want to explain some attributes now and then wait until next week and we do the others. I want to explain all the attributes in one class, all right? So they're extremely important to understand, and because if you don't understand them, it's dangerous to your deen, all right? So the subject of Aqidah, is something that is, on my end, I have to be careful because Aqidah it's not like fiqh. Aqidah you're talking about your belief. You're talking about your paradise and your hellfire. So I'm not going to go beyond the text of what is in the text. Okay, I'm not going to make it more complex or any more difficult than what it already is in the book. All right, because he gives a very clear explanation of what it is. Okay, and you should understand that, and as in everything I've already explained, everything goes into levels. So here he explains it at one level, but the higher you go, it's explained at a much deeper level. Okay, there are many other issues. Okay, so you can ask many questions to me about what we study, and I'm sure that you have questions about other things as well that go outside of the text. Okay, the fire ever go out, or all of these other issues people have questions about that aren't going to be in this particular book. All right, but he covers what it is that is wajib, that is absolutely obligatory for us to know. Okay, in other words, that if we don't know what's in this book, we're talking about hellfire. We're talking about paradise or hellfire. So it's important that we understand the content of how he explains it in this book. Okay, so I want to take my time with it, and I want to make it make it as clear as possible to you. And I don't want to go above or beyond the text itself. Okay, because that could prove to be dangerous, and I don't want to do that. So there's a lot of ayat in the Quran. There's a lot of, he gives a lot of hadith as proofs. All right. And so, my preparation will be, I'll be in some of the tafsir to make sure that it's understood properly and it's explained properly to you. All right. So that is, inshallah, my guarantee that I will prepare and, explain it as clearly as possible so that you can understand and review. Studying Islamic knowledge is sitting with the teacher and going home and review over and over, repetition. All right? Repetition. You can never study this book enough. You can never study Ajurmiya enough. Okay? So with that, I'm going to end class. It's 11:58 here. So we're going to have class at the same time we always do at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be covering, we're going to continue with the Fiqh Maliki wa Jalatu. So any questions that we covered tonight? Any questions for what we covered tonight? Anything you want to, ask me about, you can ask on the comment section below. When the video is over, I'll answer the questions before the next class begins. Inshallah. All right. So I ask you for your dua. I ask you that you make dua for all of our fellow brothers and sisters studying here at Fayda, that we achieve our goal together, that we obtain closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah increase us in knowledge, and Allah make us from among the people of knowledge and the people of success. Insha'Allah. Tayyib. Assalamu alaikum. Allahumma salli wa sallam ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi tasliman kathira. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.